Portland, I'm Brooke Carlson. You know, they say adding color to your front porch really gives it beautiful curb appeal, and nothing does that more than a beautiful potted plant. Selena Gomez with Farmington Gardens is going to show us how to put it together from start to finish. So obviously you want to start with the pot.
Sure, you want to pick a pot that maybe will complement your front door, the paint color of your house, and then you want to take in consideration when you're designing your pot the light environment. So most front porches are quite shady. So you want to pick plants that are going to thrive in the shade. This is a golden barberry, does well in the shade, and it these vivid yellow leaves really pop in the shade.
Yeah. What else do we have in here that does well in the shade?
We have some saxifraga, and these are just happy little flowers that just make you smile. That's another thing you want to think about. You want to plant something that's going to make you smile every time you walk by. Or your neighbors, that's the first thing they're going to see or guess when they come to your front door. We have some bacopa, which is a great cascading plant. It kind of softens the edge of your pot. I also have some begonias right over here. Gives it another little pop of color.
And the soil, you should start with good soil.
Yeah, you want to start with a potting soil instead of like a planting compost or something that you would use to plant in the ground. Start with a good soil, make sure it's a well-drained soil. We use a Sure Start fertilizer to kind of give it that kick as it's first being planted. Then you also want to give it a monthly fertilizer, some kind of soluble fertilizer to keep it going, cut back on all the spent blooms to encourage more blooming throughout the season.
When do you want to put this planter together?
You can start it right now. You can start at the end of March, beginning of April, as soon as it kind of starts warming up, but you want to consider what you put in there will do well if you have that late spring frost. These begonias will not do well in a late frost, so you're going to want to protect it if you choose something that does not do well in a frost.
And how would you protect it?
If it's light enough, bring it on inside, put it into the garage, bring it closer to the house. You can put something over it just to keep the frost over it or protect it from the frost.
Okay, how often do you want to water? Do you just do the test with your fingers to see how damp the soil is?
I would just, see how, go down a couple of inches, see how damp it is. You can see right now it's pretty moist, and you wouldn't need to water it right now. But if it starts to dry out, then yeah, you're going to probably want to water a lot more often in a pot than you would in the ground. It's under your porch, it's not getting any of the rain. So yeah, you might have to do it every couple of days. It just really depends on how well drained it is.
When you're ready to plant, can you show me an example of how you would put it in?
You're going to want to tickle the roots a little bit, spread them out a little bit, so that way it gives them room for growing, and just tuck it in there. And then you're going to want to add some soil, push the soil up against it.
And you also want to make sure that all of these plants get along.
Absolutely, you want to make sure they have the same watering needs. So you don't want a plant that's drought tolerant to be in with a moisture loving plant. It just makes it easier on you when you're watering your plants.
And of course you guys are here to answer any questions and help people put together their own potted container.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Selena.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching Better. We'll be right back.